In this video, we're going to talk about the fraction. It's very simple and easy. We need to talk about how we compare fractions, how we name them, and how we order them. Let's start first by what is fraction. Let's have a look here. We have 4 equal parts. 3 of them have been shaded in. If we see, this part is shaded, and this one, and this one. What do we call this amount, or what do we call, how do we represent these parts? This is called 3 out of 4 or 3 over 4. Okay, because we have 3 parts shaded. This is 3 and 4, it's the whole part. If we have here a number line, and if we have 0 and 1, this is called the point which is in the middle. This is in the middle. It's called half. Okay, so 3 out of 4 and half, those are called a fraction. Okay, let's talk now what are the parts of the fraction. We have numerator, which is this one is called numerator. We have this line, which is called vinculum, and this one is called denominator. So every fraction is composed of a numerator, denominator, and vinculum. What's the numerator? It's how many parts. If we have a look here, 3 represents how many parts, which parts are shaded, 3. And the denominator represents how much of a whole part is. For example, here we have 4, which is 4, all of it, 4. Now, we need to know that there are 2 types of a fraction, proper fraction and improper fraction. Okay, now you might be wondering what is proper fraction and what is improper fraction. Proper fraction when the numerator is less than the denominator. What that means? For example, if you have 2 out of 5 or 2 over 5, this is here, this is the numerator and this is the denominator, and we have the numerator less than the denominator, and we call it proper fraction. Now if we have the numerator which is greater than the denominator, we call it what? Improper fraction. Let's have an example. Maybe, for example, 5 over 2. Okay? Now, we need to talk how we compare fraction. Okay? How we compare fractions. It's very easy. There are rules and we need to go by them. Okay, let's have a look now. Comparing fractions. Fractions with same denominator. Okay, if we have 2 fractions here and has the same denominator, here we have 7, 7. What we do is we only look at the numerator and we compare them. Now we have 2 smaller than 3. That means 2 over 7 is smaller than 3 over 7. Why? Because it's a rule. This one, we need to remember that the smaller the numerator, the smaller the fraction. Of course, it has an explanation, but in this video, I'm not going to explain because it's going to take too much time. But it's like we need to visualize and then we'll understand. Okay, now if we have 2 fractions, the same numerator, now the rule is different, very different. If we have the same numerator, For example, here, sorry, this is not the right example. We have the same numerator. For example, let's have 2, and we put here 5, and for example 7. Okay, what we do is we have this the same numerator. Okay, we only compare the denominator. We have 5 smaller than 7. What we do, so that means this fraction is greater than this one. Okay, even if 5 is smaller than 7, doesn't mean that 2 over 5 is smaller than 2 over 7. It is the other way around. 2 over 7 is greater than 2 over 7. So we need to remember that when we have fractions with the same numerator, the smaller the denominator, the bigger the fraction. Okay. Now, let's have a look here. If we have a number line and they ask us to represent this as a fraction or as a mixed number, what we do here? First, we see how many, like what's the space between those two, those notches. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is 10 spaces between 2 and 5. Okay, so what does that mean? This means that like each notch represents 1 over 10. How we do this? How do we represent it? It's very easy. We have, as we said, the distance is like the space is 10. Okay, we say the space is 10, and if we count from here to here, we have 9. Okay, 9. So we put here 9, and it's very easy. We put here 2. Why? Because we look at this number here. Okay, I will give you later another example. Now let's practice. What's the fraction here? What do we look first? If we have 1 part shaded and we have 4 parts here, so it's very easy. We have 1 out of 4 because here there are 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. This is the whole, and then we have 1 shaded, which is called 1. Another example, we have how many parts here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We put 4 here, and we have 2 parts shaded. So what we put? 2 over 4. This is also in another video I'm going to explain for you, but this is the same, has the same value as 1/2. Let's have an example, this one. Okay, they ask us to represent this as a fraction number, mixed number. Okay, it's very easy. What we do first, there are steps. First, we see what is the space between 2 and 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The space is 5. We put 5 as a denominator. And then, this is the number here, we put the same here, 2. And then we see the distance between 2 and that dot here. The distance is 1. It's very easy. So this is called mixed number. Okay? Now, if we need to compare 1/3 and 1/2, how we do that? Okay, of course, you need to know that 1/3 is 1 over 3 and 1/2 is 1 over 2. But how we compare them? We remember the rules. We need to notice. Noticing is very important in solving. We have 1 and 1, so the same numerator. What we do, we look at the denominator. We have 3, 2. We have 3 bigger than 2. That means if 3 bigger than 2 and we have the same numerator, that means this fraction is lesser than this one, because the rule is the other way around, like it's not the same. If it's bigger, then it should be smaller. If the denominator is bigger, so the whole fraction should be smaller. Okay, let's have a look here. Arrange fractions from smallest to biggest. If they ask us to order them from smallest to biggest, here is an easy example. Why we have the same denominator, 1, 5, 5, 5. What make it easier for us? We need to only look at the numerator. We have 2, 6, and 3. We have 2 is smaller than 3, and 3 is smaller than 6. Now we remember the rule. If we have the same denominator, so what we put, so it should be the same. Like if it's 2 smaller than 3, so 2 over 5 should be smaller than 3 over 5, and then we have here 6 over 5. Okay. Here another example. If they ask us to arrange from smallest to biggest, what we do? Here we need to first do a small step before ordering. We have 1, 2, 7. What we need to do is we multiply those two together. 1 multiplied by 2, 2 over 7, and then we multiply 2 by 4. We have 8. And then it's the same. Now we look, we have the same denominator. Okay, what we do if we have the same denominator, we look at the numerator, we order them 2, 6, 8. Okay, and then if we have the same denominator, so the fraction that has the smallest numerator should be the smallest. Okay, so that means 2 over 7 small, and this is 6, 7, 8 over 7. Great. Now we have an homework to do. Please comment down below what do you think the answers for these questions are. We have the first question is write the fraction for this one. Second question, write the fraction as a mixed number. As I said here, mixed number, what does it mean? Should be in this form. Okay, and then the third question, order from smallest to biggest. Alright, good luck everyone. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.